So as far as the division, we're going to start with long division. It's nicer to do synthetic division. If you guys remember this at all, synthetic division is a lot faster. The reason why we have to start with long division is because synthetic division does not always work. So that's why we have to do long division, and I'll kind of show you why that happens. So to start, I just kind of want to get us through the concept. For a lot of you, it's probably been a long time since you've done division this way. So I just want to review how we divide. Again, all of you know how to do this. I'm just reviewing it. So to do this, 14 times 2 is 20. Is close to 29, right? So then we'd multiply this out. 2 times 4 is 8. I don't know why I carried a 2 because there's no 2 to carry. I just totally lost it there. Okay, so then we subtract. Then we carry down the next number. So that'd be 1. Subtract. Carry down the next number. And so on and so forth. I just lost it there. What did you say, 5? Okay, now, what this actually stands for when we have a remainder of 13 is that we still have 13 fourteenths, right? Does that make sense? So now we could keep on dividing, but I'm going to write it this way because this is how we're going to write it when we're dividing our polynomials out. Is we're just going to write what's left over as a fraction. So I still have 13 left over out of 14. So again, I just wanted to do that just as a reminder of, what you did back in 3rd or 4th grade. Hopefully. They don't do that anymore. But yeah, Common Core. You don't learn how to divide that way anymore.
Have you seen the picture? It's like the first house built with Common Core and it's this upside.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to kind of follow through that method in order to do this division. Oh, I said that. Wow. This one's going to come out a little weird. I wrote the numbers a little wrong. That's why I get whenever I just make up problems. Oh well. Okay. First thing we do, what do I need to multiply x by to get x cubed? X squared. Okay. What I do is I take this just like I took the 2 times the 14 and I multiply it to get what I'm going to subtract here. Now, this is where I didn't plan well. I get exactly that. Okay, so then I subtract. And in this case, everything cancels out, so I just get 0, right? Okay, carry down my next thing. Yeah, let's do this. 0x squared. So I carry down my next thing, so I have 5x. So what do I need to multiply x by to get 0x squared? I got this. I need to keep everything lined up, so since I got that, I need to multiply this by 0, so that gives me 0x squared plus 0x. Then I'm going to subtract that. So I'm left with 5x. Okay, carry down the next thing. Okay, what do I need to multiply x by to get 5x? 5. Okay, again, I'm going to take 5 times this entire thing. Okay, I subtract that, and I'm left with 0. So this is my answer. Sorry, I need to write a little bit bigger, don't I? Okay, that much makes sense? The reason why I had to do this is because I can't do that. Because I have to have 2 terms in order to do it. So that's why I went ahead and kept the 0x squared and moved down the 5x and did that step. Yes, I could have skipped that step and went ahead and moved down 2 things and just skipped this step and done that. That would have worked also. But I was worried about causing confusion. Okay, let's do another one. Okay, whenever we do these, what we have to do is we have to account for every single variable, every single power. So whenever I go to divide this, whenever I start writing this inside here, I'm missing an x to the 4th. I have to put that in. So the way I put that in is I use a 0. Okay, I got to x. X is missing. Okay, I have to put it in. If you don't, you're going to get to places where you're doing subtractions and your terms are not going to line up. You're going to be trying to take an x cubed minus an x to the 4th or something like that. Okay, on the outside, same thing. I'm missing the x term there, so I need to put in a 0. Okay, that was the main point of doing this. Once we have that set, we do the same thing as before. Okay, I have an x squared. What do I need to multiply x squared by to make it equal to x to the 5th? Because I need that to cancel out. X to the 3rd. Okay, so x cubed times x squared is x to the 5th. X cubed times 0x to the 4th. X cubed times 3x cubed, or 3 is 3x cubed. Don't know why I switched markers. Okay, I'm going to do this one differently. This is 0. This is 0. This, now remember, I'm subtracting like this. A lot of people mess up here and they write down 7. That shouldn't be 7. That should just be 1 again, right? Since I'm subtracting, I have to take 1 minus 1, 0 minus 0, 4 minus 3. Okay. Now, I'm not going to do the 0 this time. I'm going to show you the other way of doing it. Wherever I'm subtracting, I have 3 things out here. So how many things do I need out here? 3. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to carry down 2 things instead of just 1. So I can get the 3 things that I need. Okay. X cubed, what do I need to multiply x squared by to get x cubed? X. Okay, so I distribute that into this. So x times x squared is x cubed. X times 0x is 0x squared. X times 3 is 3x. Okay, whenever I subtract that, I get negative 6x squared, negative 3x. You okay with that? Again, we have to subtract each, so 0 minus 3. Okay, I only have 2 things, so I need a third, so I need to bring 1 down. Okay, what do I need to multiply x squared by to get negative 6x squared? Negative 6. So I multiply all this stuff by negative 6. And subtract that. What should this last number be? Now, I can't go any farther because the power on this last thing is smaller than the power I'm dividing by, right? So it's just like the numbers on that first problem that we did. 13 is now smaller and I have nothing I can carry down to make it bigger anymore. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add that onto the end. So my answer is going to be x cubed plus x minus 6 plus, and then I create a fraction out of that. So that's the same thing as saying 13/14. Okay, I was going to move on from long division. You guys okay with long division? Okay, so synthetic division is the one that we would prefer to use. The problem between synthetic and long division. Synthetic division only works whenever you're dividing and your power is just 1. So with this problem, I would not be able to use synthetic division. I would have to rely on long division in order to do this problem. So with synthetic, your divisor has to be of degree 1. So that's why we cover long division. We would prefer to use synthetic division as much as possible because synthetic division is so much faster. Now, again, in Algebra 2 class, different teachers have different ways of writing this. Some of them draw the box a little bit differently. I am not interested in you doing it exactly the way that I do it. As long as you have the general concept and you can get to the answer, I am good. Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to write our division like this. Inside here, we put all our coefficients. So my coefficients are 1, 6, -4, 9. Okay, out here what I put is I put the 0. So what I have to do is I have to take this and change it into the 0. So out here I would use -1. Okay, your first number always gets carried down. Because our first step is actually multiplication. Well, I have to have something I can multiply by in order to do my multiplication. Okay. What we do is we take this and we're going to multiply those and we're going to put our answer below the next number. So -1 times 1 is -1. Then going downwards, we add. So 6 plus -1 is 5. Then we repeat the step over and over again. So -1 times 5 is -5. Then I add -9. Okay, -1 times -9. Then I add. So we take this number, we multiply times the number on the bottom, and then we add. Okay. The way we get our answer is always 1 power less than what we started with. We get that because we're taking x cubed divided by x. So then we have to have an x squared for our answer. So my answer is going to be, and then these are your new coefficients. So my new answer is x squared plus 5x minus 9, and then this here is my remainder, which again we write as a fraction. So plus 18 over x plus 1. You good with that? All right, I want to do one more just to do the weird little things that can happen, and then that's it. Am I okay to move that up? Okay, so if I'm going to do this one, coefficients are 2, 1, 0, and 5. Because I'm missing the x, so I have to, just like with the other one, I have to put every single one of them in. So if one of your powers is missing, you have to put a 0 in for it. Okay, what's my 0? 1/2. Okay, that was pretty much all the funny things that can happen. You can have fractions, and you have to leave spaces. Now, everything is the same. So, I carry down the first number, multiply, add. Multiply, add. Multiply, add. Multiply, add. Whenever I write down my answer is 1 power less than what I started with. So I'd have 2x cubed plus 2x squared plus 5 over 2x minus 1. Good?